So he's just turned away from it.
Hey.
Oh!
That's a bite, isn't it? What is that you've got on there?
Big bubble float. Lewis just sent me some extra large ones.
Why is it sticking up like that? What have you done to it?
It's probably too full of water.
You div.
I took some out just. It sunk earlier. See you.
Yeah, you're only meant to half fill it.
Oh right.
It's got to have air in it to keep it afloat.
Well, I did realise that.
You div.
Hello. Welcome to the Surface Tuition Part 2 on the DNA Open Access shoot. We're going to use this as the opener, but we're a bit rushed because England play in about an hour. I don't, what lake are we on? Oh no, we're on Mallard. No, we're not on Mallard at the minute. Oh my God! Right, I'm not going to do the floss because I've had loads of complaints I'm not doing it right. You know what I'm talking about, Willis. Half know what I'm doing when you put it, like, speed it up. When you do the edit. That isn't how you do it, but I could make my own floss up, couldn't I?
I'll have another go.
No. Stop with that camera and stop making me look stupid.
I'm not. That was
Yeah.
you up here.
Hello. Why do I do it? That is a great way to open the open access number 3. Welcome to Stanwick Lakes. We only just got here and we're giggling already. Right, welcome back to the open access series number 3, and we are at Stanwick Lakes in Northamptonshire, right in the heart of the Nene Valley, and this is a complex that I was familiar with from last year's Carp Wars, and primarily we're going to be based on Mallard Lake, which is a well-stocked lake. There's a good couple hundred carp in here to over £30. It's quite a weedy venue, but it's always a very busy venue, so it's a typical day ticket lake where you have to really at times pick your wits against these fish. Sometimes it's easier than others, but last year at Carp Wars I did quite well. I had a couple of good fish, a couple of 24-pounders, so it was a venue we're keen to come back to. Now there's quite a few lakes here on the Stanwick Lakes complex. You've got I think there's Swan Lake, there's Mallard where we are now, there's Elsons, there's some bangers in Elsons, and there's a syndicate lake called Roman, there's a common over 50 pounder there. Unfortunately we're not allowed on there. And we're not allowed on Elsons because that's booked out for the whole lake booking. So we can wander around the others. So I think we're going to sort of float a fish on the bottom, basically try and catch some carp. That's what we're trying to do. But the weather is roasting. We're going through a really, really warm time, early July. So we're thinking floaters primarily because you ain't going to get a bite on the bottom. If I remember rightly, it was sort of 9 to 10 foot deep out in the middle. It's quite a shallow shelf. We're over in the wood side this time. Last year I was over the far side, but I do remember from this side, it's a very shallow shelf and it drops down into the deeper water. But already you can see from the margins, there's a lot of surface weed. There's a lot more weed here than there was this time last year. There was lots of silkweed last year, but there's lots of thick Canadian that we've noticed already. So that's going to be a pretty good holding trap for the carp. So what am I going to do and what have I been assigned bait wise from the lads at DNA? Well, this month it is SLK, and I'm not at all disappointed about that. It's one of the first baits that I picked up that I'd earmarked and thought, yeah, that's going to suit me. It's an old classic sort of big fish meal bait, if you like. Obviously the SLK stands for shrimp, liver and krill, and all the sexy ingredients that go into making a quality fish meal you will find in SLK. So I'm buzzing to use this. It's certainly a bait I'm going to probably take it to France later in the year. Just a big fish bait. You know, I don't know a lot about bait, but you pick it up and you smell it and you taste it, and it's just a classic old school big fish bait. So I'm really looking forward to having a play with that. I've bought some of the liquid food because I did very well glazing the S7 in that in France a few weeks ago, so I'm going to emulate that again, let it soak into the bait, put it in the spod mix. They like a bit of particle in it, so I've got some hemp, maize, corn. So we shall see how the next couple of days pan out on the Open Access Series number 3. That's all right.
Sure? What, like that?
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Sure?
So just drop it, yeah? Right, so as you can see, we are on Roots Manoeuvre. Cast my lead into the reeds. Dorish is manning the rod as well as the camera, and we're going to grab this little bucket lid full of bait, should I say. And we are off exploring. All along these margins there's loads and loads of spots. Oh, I don't know if you can see that on the glasses. There's a tench there I've just spooked. We don't want to catch him. Oh, he's there. Quite tame, isn't he? I mean, look at that. Right below me there's a spot, but you can see it's only sort of 3 foot deep. Up to my waist. You want it a bit deeper to get out of the way of the swans. And I'm walking over a lovely gravelly area here now. To be fair, this spot here is so big, as I'm looking back at Doris, I could cast this. Quite a big spot, this. And if you look all around, there's weed everywhere, so it's obvious. But I'm just trying to find slightly deeper water. Right, which that is. So we're going to lower a bit of hemp, corn, some SLK, and we're just going to lower that lovely little QC rig top, and that is that. I reckon that's just out of swan depth there. It's right up against that thick wall of weed, so obviously if I get a bite it'll just steam straight through there and I'll probably lose it. Nice and stealthy, but yeah, it's a big old area this is. Could easily hit that. It's quite a big spot. Well, that was a bit of a turn up for the books. Oh, this is the one that you saw me just walking down the edge. And I've only got one rod out because we're watching the football. And bloody Columbia have just equalised. But then the right hand rod's gone. I really don't want to uppull now because I'm on a platform. And if I go backwards, that's comedy gold.
Isn't it just?
But as much as I thought that weed was really thick, the fish
Coming through,
he's coming through it. Yeah, it has come through that weed pretty easy. I'm not going to tempt fate.
The thing is, I think a lot of it's
It's quite thin.
weed. Yeah.
I thought I just heard a cheer on your laptop. And there's far more Colombian fans than England. Let me get that net lodge. Come on, let's get the first. Oh, this is going to be fun at night. Oh, yes.
Come on. The one-handed floss.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
We are happy, but we're sad because obviously Colombia just equalised. So you'll have to forgive my lack of enthusiasm at this point. He's suicidal. He's like, we need the beeper machine.
The ticking.
Come on. Right. Oh God, my eyes are going. He is a touch over £18. Oh, okay. Let's behave now. But yeah, just over £18. And I had him on a SLK cork ball pop-up, soon to be released cork ball pop-up, over hemp, corn, a few SLK boilies, just on that bucket lid, the one that you saw us weighed out down the margin. So I'm going to find that spot again now it's gone a bit dark. Lord, I know what I'll do, I'll just look for that ledge that I nearly went under my chesties in. Right, let's get him back and go and probably watch England lose, and then you'll find Doris hung from a tree. Typical England, I can't believe it. Oh dear. Right back. Cool, my life. About 20 yards to the right, Moz. Well, we've had an absolute flurry of bites this morning, and literally every time I put a few spoms out, spoms. Big debate about that, isn't there? Spod, spom, dot spom, fighting, courts, war. So when I put a bit more bait out, I literally get a bite pretty much straight away. I'm fishing 2 rods on one spot. And it's the middle rod that keeps going. And you know when you get bites on one rod and I want to bite on the other one? Oh God, it's going in the bloody weed now. It's certainly not like that weed at the Q Lake, is it, this stuff? Well, at least these come out of it. Yeah, this is what it's all about. Summer's morning, not a lot of sleep because of liners, and then I started to get bites not so long ago. Oh God, he's in the weed now. Get about!
I'd imagine this looks quite dodgy where you're sort of half bent over the front of the platform from the opposite back, and I'm still behind you.
Oh, this weed isn't very thick. One's locked me up. I ate it. I've got to get it in or off.
In or off.
There's no in between.
Don't give it the bar.
No, I'm not. These rods are lovely and soft. They're 3.25 test curve. And the ones that you saw at the Q Lake was 2.75 test curve. So Moz is going, oh God, you're going to pull its head off. It was only a 2 3/4 pound rod. Admittedly, the tip was touching the butt. There's an innuendo comment in there somewhere, isn't there, about tips touching the butts.
Stop giving it the butt.
I'm trying to distract you by talking about rude things.
I know you are. Just let him think he's got away with it.
Okay. I haven't had a lot of sleep.
And it's very early as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you got your eyes in?
No.
Oh God. You're probably filming in bloody black and white. Oh, it's coming.
Ah, see?
Oh, don't pretend that you know everything about weed fishing. You fish at Rainbow, where you know, you're going around 96 hooks and around the block of flats in the next village. Well, it was clubbing. God, I've had loads of messages as well saying people can't believe that I said you're only famous for Rainbow.
Oh, that was a great line.
That was a good one line. I don't think that'll be beaten unless we could use the bleeping machine. Yeah, what is weird, the last 3 bites, or 4 bites actually, have come on the middle rod.
Yeah.
And they only fished a few foot apart.
Spot within a spot.
Don't give me all that.
Oh, it's true. Do you not agree with that? It's spot within a spot?
I do, but I'm not one for thrashing it with a marker float. So how, you know, I kind of get,
No,
how would you know there's a spot within a spot?
Because you get more bites off of one rod than the other on the spot.
That's just luck.
No, of course it's not.
Of course it is. How do you know? What you're saying, oh, there's 17 sort of shavings of gravel on that middle spot.
No.
I found that meticulously with my marker rod.
prefer-
Absolute load of rubbish.
No.
You've landed it luckily because you're actually a crap angler.
No, they prefer to feed
Only thanks for
on...
rainbow. I need a vape because I'm getting dead stressed now because the rod's that light.
Have you put the alarm on?
Yeah, I think so. All he's done is he's gone. He's just run back. It's obviously round. It's round the. This is a bit like a Q Lake situation. This is right. He's gone solid again. So let's sort these fish out. I'll put my waders on and then we'll see if we can. Oh, he's just left it. Oh my God. Ah! Oh, that's flying off. He's definitely moved because there's a big ball of weed. Got him trying to pull her in. Cheeky little carp. Oh, right. Can't believe that we've landed that after such a long time in the weed. Go on, say, oh, I'm always right. Just put the bloody rod down. Such a div. Sorry, I didn't wait for you. Now that is the perfect way to start the first morning of the shoot down at Stanwick. He is probably 18, 19 pound. He's black, he's angry, and he's scrapped. Look at his lips, he's got all lovely little black lips. Beautiful carp. And he fell to an SLK wafter, but he is an absolute pearler. We like him when they're like this. Yeah, what I might do, Moz, is walk out the water. I always look like somebody from Baywatch dressed in a pair of ocean chest waders, do I?
No.
I don't care who you are, you don't look flattering in chest waders. He is absolutely mega. 18 and a half, and it's been absolutely ridiculous this morning. I'm not used to mornings like this really, but I will take them every now and again. I think as you get older, you don't want to catch too many, do you? Certainly at this time of the day. But I've got a lovely sort of mid-double scaly mirror in the sling. I've got another couple of really nice scaly mirrors in the net. And it's just been an absolutely amazing morning down here on Mallard Lake at the Stanwick complex. So I was very conscious when we came here to Mallard. Last year I took a cartwheels match, which I won, and I found an amazing spot. And I was fishing from the opposite bank, but because we had the lake closed, it meant that I could cast further than halfway. So I was conscious that I wanted to find that spot, and I did. And it's actually close. It's only 12. It's 12 and a half wraps from whatever number this is. I think this might be pegs 5. And it's lovely. It's quite heavy weed around it, and it's quite a big spot. And I just remember it last year because it did me 2 24-pounders within an hour. And on a lake like this that is weedy, spots like that stand out. But you'll notice that we've only got one rod out. which is the rod down to the reeds. The sun's on the water now. The likelihood is we probably wouldn't get a bite in 9 foot on the bottom. There's definitely a spot within a spot. I do completely agree with Moz on that. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to make my left rod, my middle rod, and my middle rod move it slightly right, just to see if, you know, I guess that's how you come to these conclusions, isn't it? You know, they do like particle in here, so I would imagine predominantly people spot particles. Now I'm putting SLK in that, which I am not unhappy with at all, because as soon as I smelt the bait, it's just a classic. It smells like an old school classic recipe.
Yeah.
You know, and I think the SLK stands for shrimp, liver, krill. Again, all fantastic ingredients in a classic old fish bowl. The colour is amazing. The colour's amazing when you take it out of the packet. Once it goes in the lake, it goes like a dark grey, really, really inconspicuous, low key. I haven't been bothered crushing them up, crumbing them up. I've just been putting 18 mils in. But what I have been doing is I've taken the little kind of confidence boost, if you like. When I was using the S7 over in France, and I was using the liquid food to not rehydrate it, but as it's thawing out. It's a bit different here. What I've done here is, because it's been in my van, I've thawed it out, and then I've put the liquid food in and tossed it and tossed it and tossed it, let it soak in, and then I put it in my bucket. I don't just pour the liquid food into the particle, because Moz gave me a tip and he said it kind of just disperses amongst the oil of the hemp and the maize. So I do it on the boilies to let it soak into the boilies, and then put the boilies into the spod mix and then put them out. So it's more and more attraction. Does it make a difference? We'll never know. But all the fish I've had off that spot, I've been passing SLK. You know, so they obviously like to eat it. They aren't bothered about it being an 18 miller. So don't be worried on these day ticket waters. You know, a lot of people try and emulate a small approach, bits and bobs, you know, whether it could be 8 mil boilies like we do, or 10 millers. But if you can get them feeding on a spot they want to pick up on and continually revisit, they'll pick up anything, 18s, 22s, 15s. So I didn't even doubt for 1 minute that I would catch on SLK, because as soon as I picked it up, I knew that that was one of the baits that I'd earmarked that I was really going to like using. And I've only changed to the PB wafters because I'm getting bites quicker. In fairness, because I'm going to move the rod slightly further right tonight to kind of see if it is that one particular spot that they want to feed on more than the other, I'm still going to stick with an SLK wafter on one. If the PB wafter keeps going, then I'm going to change over.
So we've had that flurry of fish this morning then, so now what we do?
What are you telling me, or are you asking me?
Well, a bit of both.
You're only trying to get me to answer. So, well, one, you want me to go to sleep because I'm tired, so you can bugger off floater fishing. Then he can go, oh, well, it's like the Q Lake where I had a bigger fish off the top, and I can do the same.
No, you said to me that you're going to be resting your swim.
Yeah.
I can't film a rested swim.
Yeah, I'm resting the swim, primarily because I'm absolutely knackered, and 2, because I don't think I'll get a bite until a bit later when the temperatures cool down. But that isn't a green light for you to have a go on the surface. Well, I'll ring your boss and tell him that you're tossing it off.
How am I?
Because you're here to make me look good. I know it's an easy task because I'm excellent.
Oh.
I'm chocolate and I'll eat myself. No, because you caught a bigger one with that at the Q Lake.
Right, yeah, but we didn't even show that fish.
Yeah, you did. You showed it at the end.
Yeah, but you hardly saw the fish.
Oh, well, I'm surprised. Your ego.
Yeah.
You're only trying to get me back because I said you can only, you're famous for rainbow.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't count off the top anyway.
Oh, right.
Right, go surface fishing.
Okay, well, no eating porridge when I'm gone. So
I've already had one.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Might have another one though because I'm feeling reckless. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Right.
Jog on. I love it when a plan comes together. I'm going to play this for about 3 hours.
Yeah.
I've just got... We're actually talking about toilet activities. And I said, right, can I chill out now for a bit? And you go through, yeah, right. Look round, the single rod, obviously resting the swim tactic. And it's gone, right, our rod's bent round and we got one on off that margin spot. Ooh, that margin spot. So now I can keep him busy because I've got to go out with the GoPro to film the spot. We've got to film the fish. So I'm going to drag it out for about 5 hours so you can't go surface fishing. He's literally just swam right around the front of that weed bed into that clear area. So you can't go surface fishing now because I think I could get a flurry of bites off that one spot. Come on now, Baba. He's nice. Hit him. Come on, baby. Mr. Congo. Yeah. What do we say, Mozza? Because there's people on the other side of the lake. Bosh! Love you, Danny, really. I do love Danny, he's lovely. He'll do. I'll just take my time getting this off so you can't surface fish. Oh, he's close to 20. But he is mega. Gnarly, dark, bit busted up, bit rough around the edges. Can you work a camera? You could probably do a better job than he can, to be fair. You're probably better company as well. Can you do any surface fishing? Because you're probably a lot more exciting about it than he is. But he is lovely. They're all mega carp here at Mallard. Again, I think the weed, they're all dark. Keeps the colours down, the water clarity is really good. But he is mega. Lovely, jubbly. Simply lovely.
So whilst he's over there having a little kip, he's missing out on all these fish that are sat just down here. Look. So there's about 5 or 6 of them down here. So it'd be rude not to have a go for them. All I'm going to do is just literally free liner. That's an 18mm boilie that is, because they are just sort of sat in this weed here. I think you can get away with a bigger upbait. I wouldn't normally use an 18mm. They're taking proper confident out there now. No, not that way. Not that way. Oh. That's a 30-pounder. Go wind him up. Let's have a look at him then. Lovely dark common. Look at him. Mint. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. There we go. Oh. 18mm SLK, size 10 hook, free lined, beautiful. Right, let's get there we go. Away you go.
So, how'd you keep? Oh, that's what? How's the porridge?
Yeah, that's what I
It's bloody porridge, isn't it? It tastes the same as it did on the first open access when I called it a porridge leaf. Porridge is easy.
It's red hot though.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of nothing worse than in this 30-degree heat.
You let it chill.
What?
You let it. It's like an R&B song. It's chilling. Or like the theme from Rocky or something like that. You know, it's nice, relaxing music.
Yeah, alright.
You're going to run out. It's just going to be boring, isn't it? You're going to run out of things to take the mickey out of me to do with porridge.
Nah.
Even wash the spoon, see. Put a bit of hot water on it like that, and then, ouch.
And then burn yourself.
Well, no, because I didn't think it was that hot, and then you clean the spoon like that. So you clean it like that with your hands that have been covered in rat pee and tuna oil and SLK glug.
You're probably the only person that does actually clean their spoon, ever.
Oh mate, have you seen the status of people's?
I know, it's bad,
It's carpy. What an absolute load of tosh. It's carpy. No, you're bloody bone idle because you don't clean your cups. Bleach. So take it out, and I look at people's cups and think, I'd like to clean you. They'd never do it in Yateley. No way.
I don't think they know what bleach is.
I bet the local shower shop and bathroom accessory shop in Yateley doesn't do much business because they're all bloody scruffy, living on tea bags and croutons on the Carp Lake, aren't they? Folding their knees together like that. Do you want a tea? Do you want a Iain Russell does a mega Yateley impression. He even does the walk like that, Mr. Soft. Do you want a tea? They're so carpy that when they're walking, the sleeves on the cardigans, on the the terrier knitted jumpers, they drag you on the floor like that. Like they've got 9-foot arms. It was great when Tal was doing it in the 80s and Rob Mallard. And I don't get carp graves as well.
Carp what?
Graves.
Graves?
Like
What? Why?
not graves. Graves is the wrong word. Headstones. Don't.
What? Is that what you're saying? Something like Mary or Heather the Leather, Basil doesn't deserve a headstone?
No, I'm not saying it, but I don't get it. I mean, what do these people do at Yateley? Do they go and have a cry at the gravestone? you know, like you're mourning a family member or something like that. I mean, maybe I'm just cynical, or maybe I just don't get it.
Well, it's not, I don't know. If you walk past it, it'd be nice to see. It'd be a good selfie to have, wouldn't it? No.
It can't be that good. I haven't seen Les Bowers do it. He is the king of selfies.
He is indeed.
Good grief. How have we got onto this from dirty cups and tea and spoons?
I don't know.
People say, I never use a ground sheet, I haven't done for years. And people obviously, they're flabbergasted by that. And they say, what if the swim's muddy? And you just don't fish in that swim, do you? You find a swim that isn't muddy. There's nothing more soothing, right? I go to France, it's my time, my fishing, blah, blah, blah. I've got my den all set up.
You're dead. You're dead.
Get my dens all set up, and there's no better, you get your rods out on the spots. Don't matter if they're in the wrong spots, because then you can go back in your den and you're in your own little palace. Everything is, kettle's level, clean, not engraved. Spoon's clean, not engraved. Cup is silver inside, not brown. That is proper carp stuff, my carpy brethren.
Oh dear.
It is though, isn't it?
No.
It is. Listen, you want to start talking about what really matters in carp fishing? It's not slip D-rigs and chods. It's clean mats and no ground sheets. That's where it's at, kids. You heard it here first. Why did I turn my mic on?
Oh, brilliant.
See that? I even struck. What's amazing is the bubble float thing didn't go flying past my head and land in the tree. I'll tell you what, I can see this tuition lark on surface fishing going through the. I'm going global. Oh, we like the big boils. It's porky, all right. Tell you what, I'm certainly getting better at this surface fishing. I mean, that isn't really much of a brave statement because I was absolutely hopeless at it before. Oh, go on the tail. Oh, look at that. To be fair, you never see old Maureen Fairbrass surface fishing or Pecky and people like that, do you? Yes, he's in my net.
Maureen.
Maureen? Maureen?
Oh, the light is so bad here.
He's a good one, he is, you know. Oh, look at him. Oh mate, the commons in here are to die for. Such characters. He's just over £18, but we put a few a few pouchfuls of 6 and 11mm beta stims out, and they were straight on them. I'll tell you what, my surface prowess is to die for at the moment, isn't it, Moz?
Yeah.
But very simple set. I mean, in all fairness, I know we're larking about, but I have learned so much since, certainly from the Q Lake and here at Stanwick, that I guess it's like everything, you can learn off people that are better at it than you are. That one I struck, I really hope you got that bite, because you'd have been proud of me. I mean, Brian Scoyles would have been proud of me, for God's sake, you know, and he is the surface master. But I'm loving it, and I guess it's practice. Keep practicing, and you can't ever be too old to learn new tricks. So we're slipping back. This isn't actually a DNA shoot, is it? This is Mozza booked a 24-hour surface tuition with myself. Man alive, he's learned some tricks today. We're being eaten alive by mosquitoes, which probably would indicate that we are getting into the evening. Well, it's 9:20, and we're coming into the second and final night here at Stanwick. The rods on that spot that have been doing all the 99% of the bites haven't even been on the spot since 8 o'clock this morning, 8:30. But we have been baiting it periodically throughout the day. But as you can see, these little luxury things of love here are what are going out onto my 12.5 wrap spot. So I'm only just going to fish the 2 rods on that spot. My 3rd rod is already clipped up at 12.5 wraps. So if I get a bite in the dark, I can literally just clip a little bag on, whack it out to the spot. So I'm all prepared. And again, I didn't get a bite in the night down to the right, so I kind of, in reality, I'm thinking, well, that's 2 rods that can wake me up rather than 3. So I'm going to put a bit more bait in now, just to top it up, and then I'm going to flirt the rigs out and see what the night brings. But we've been very, very grateful today. We've had a good day, loads of good footage, loads of banter, but it's now time for sleep and see what the night and the morning brings. So we will see you in the morning, if not before. That's going. Stay to my face. God, it's been horrific. we primed this spot all day. And I thought, oh, I'm not just going to fish 2 rods. And then the mozzies last night were unbelievable. It was hot. I woke up to find him in the next swim, not behind me. They were just relentless, the mozzies. So, oh God, the liners started. The liners were horrific, like probably about 11:30. And obviously every time I stuck my head out of the sleeping bag when I was like 900 degrees, they attacked you, the mosquitoes.
Attacked you?
Oh God, it was so bad, wasn't it?
It was bad, yeah.
So I had a couple of small little stockies that they put in, probably 10, 11 pound. And I was so tired and so like racked off that I popped them back, and then I left the right hand rod, which is the one that's gone again, which seems to be on that spot within a spot. Oh God, it's weirded up now because I'm faffing around talking. Oh, get the pound. So I left that in, I didn't recast it, and and then all of a sudden the line has stopped. So they must have come in numbers that they've smashed that spot. This is another one of them little stockies. They're so pretty, these stockies, but that is really small. Need a pan net.
Mitten net.
Mitten net. The mitten net. Oh. To be fair, the mood we're both in this morning, we don't want another scene like yesterday. Because we're both tired. He's lovely. There you go. Right, so we can just flop him back, can't we? But he is lovely, look at him.
Many of them in my time.
Yeah, I bet you have.
Yeah, millions. Cool, right, let him go then.
Ah, right, we've come to the end of our. But I always feel like this is a bit of a catalogue post standing like this. Is that like a teapot?
Yeah.
We're going to do it. What was that word? Synopsis.
Synopsis.
In Stoke, we call that an ending.
Yeah.
We don't use big words in Stoke. But yeah, we're all packed up now. And despite the dejected feeling between both of us, we could hardly be bothered to be packed up because we had a long night with just heat, mozzies, liners, a few fish, and we're a bit like that now. But we've had a great time. And first and foremost, I must thank Phil and John here at Stanwick Lakes. It's a fantastic complex. There's loads of different lakes to target loads of different sizes of fish, and the fish on Mallard have really, really responded. So thank you, Phil and John. Obviously, anything you want for a ticket on Roman, you know, just give me a call. Nothing is too much trouble for a £50 comment. But yeah, it's been great. The fish are fantastic. There's some really golden commons, really different scaly, quirky mirrors, and they've obviously got a few stockies in now that are going to be the big fish of the future. So to summarise the session, yes, we've caught some fish off the surface. So it's been a bit of a different one for us, hasn't it, this? Because we've stayed more or less in one swim, which is the first time we've done that this much so far in the open access. So in that terms, it feels like we've been here about a year, because normally we're chasing around, aren't we? But I suppose the standout thing is that spot. I spoke about that spot that I'd fished in Carp Wars last year, and I was very, very mindful that I wanted to find it again, and that has done 90% of the bites. The others, the spot to the right did a couple, we've had a few off the surface, but that spot, I just knew there was something about that spot, and I have used a lot of bait. I've used a lot of SLK, and the good thing, I knew that SLK would suit me, and as soon as I picked it up, I wanted to use it. It's one of them baits that I want to use, and I want to keep on using it along with the S7. They're my sort of baits, you know. I just old school classic fish meals, big fish baits, just absolute fantastic. And they have responded, and I wasn't messing around with little 8 millers this time. I was putting 18 millers in, and as the session progressed, I was putting more 18 millers in than hemp and corn. It's just a fantastic bait. There's, you know, I'm not going to blind you with science about what makes it a fantastic bait, about the ingredients, because I haven't got a clue. That's Jason's department. I just use it, and we catch carp on it, and that is the standalone thing. The commons, I think, were the standout fish. Really, really pretty common. Some dark, some golden, some plump, some long. But yeah, we've absolutely loved it, and yet again, we've had a great session. So thank you again, Phil and John. Thank you, Mr. Morris.
Thank you, Tong.
Thank you. See, we can be nice. Everybody thinks we hate each other. We do, but we're trying to be nice because we're really tired. So if we're nasty to each other, we could be rolling around on the floor, kicking 7 shades out of each other. So all that leaves me to say is we will see you next month on the OAS number 4.